Let's see the second question. So what we'll do now, we'll try to cover questions related to try catch finally all together once. So the next set of questions are also related to try and finally block related questions only. After that, we will move on to different kind of questions. And these try and finally block questions, right? These are a bit tricky in nature. So many of the times candidates will tell the wrong answer. So please understand these concepts clearly so that you can answer correctly in your interviews. So let's move on to the next question. So in this question, right, so we have to guess the output of this code. So it has try and finally block, and try we are returning one, and finally we are returning two. So what I would advise is pause this video, think about the output, and you can comment that in the comment section. After that, you can resume this video and check what is the output. Okay, let's see the output of this code. So I've taken the same code here. Okay, so what we do here is there is a try and finally block, and then try block we are just printing, we are inside the try block, we are inside the final block, and we are returning one here and returning two here, and we are printing the result here. Okay, whatever is getting returned from this method. So many people think when the return statement is in try, right, they think this is the end, so one will be returned. But actually what will happen is, as we discussed a little earlier, finally block is designed to basically clean up the resources. So finally block will always be executed. So whatever you are returning from finally, right, that will take a precedence over the try catch. So let's try to run and check the result. So you can see returned values 2, so which is returned from the finally block. So I hope you understood. So normally, let's say when you see a return statement in try and finally, the finally block return will always be executed. And you can ask me a question, is there any time only try will be executed and finally will not be executed? So we have that question also in the list. So we'll move on to that question in a while. So I hope you understood this question. So finally blocks return statement will always be executed. Okay, let's move on to next question. So answer is like it returns 2. So because finally block overrides the try block's return value. I hope it's clear.